we're going to look at the outside Ashi Garami, and we're not going to do like another sort of entrance. We're just going to look at the difference between the single leg X and then the outside Ashi Garami, or the double outside Ashi Garami. So in single leg X, I have my leg in the middle, I have my foot on the hip, and I'm controlling, and we have all our attacks from here, straight foot lock. I can switch to the heel or the knee bar. In this position, I feel like I have good control, I have good pinch, and all the basics that we've talked about from here. When I go to the outside Ashi Garami, things become a little bit different. I have a little bit different attacks, and I have a few different things that I have to look out for. So we're going to look at sort of the difference between the two positions, and we're just going to finish with a heel hook for today. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll do a couple different attacks from here, and then we'll follow the same pattern we've been following, go into like a defense if we're Chris in this position. So when we go to the outside, when we're in this position, if this leg was on this side, now I'm in 50-50. When I have control on this side, I have more control so long as his butt's on the ground. If you remember from the 50-50 class, if we're in 50-50 and Chris wants to stand up, I can knock him back down. But if he puts his foot on this side, he can stand up a lot easier and start passing. So when we're intentionally playing this outside Ashi Garami, I need to be aware that if he starts to stand, he has an advantage here. So the first thing I need to be aware of is if he starts to stand, my foot that's over his hip, this one, this is my anchor that keeps him down. If he starts to stand, this is the foot that I'm going to use to keep his hips flat to the mat. That's why when I get to this outside Ashi Garami position, this foot's over the hip, and then this one comes over top of it to reinforce this ability, my ability to keep him here, to prevent him from standing, and to prevent him from rolling away. If he tries to roll away, I can lock this down and have a stronger anchor from here. When I'm in this position, him rolling or him standing is really bad for me. So to do the heel hook from here, it's a lot easier to finish on my side, but we're going to show it sitting up so you can see it a little bit better, and then we'll drill it more on the side more realistically. What I have to be aware of is the counters that he has from here. Another reason that this foot comes on the top is because if I do it reversed, he can start threatening an inside heel hook from here before I can even get my outside heel. I'm going to put this foot on top to hide it, and then if he was trying for like a straight foot lock on my top foot, it's far enough away that, like we talked about earlier, having my boot on, it's far enough away that I'm going to win the race and finish from here. When we're in this position, I'm going to be back, I'm going to pin his heel tight to me using my elbow. I'm going to lock this in, and because I'm going to be on my side, it'll make a little more sense when you try it. I'm going to reach back, and I'm going to lift his heel just enough that I can slide underneath. Control my grip, and now my goal to finish is just like we always do with the outside heel. I want to paint his toes towards his butt. I'm going to pinch everything nice and tight. I'm rotating his toes towards his butt, and I'm bringing my hips up. Like I said, it's a little easier if I'm on my side, so it's going to be the same thing. I'm pinching everything nice and tight. I'm going to pop his heel right into my elbow, connect my hands, pinching my knees. I'm going to paint his toes towards his butt and bridge my hips in. If you notice, when I'm on my side, turn a little bit. When I'm on my side, it's even more difficult for him to finish and to counter me from here. This is a safer spot to be in this Ashi Garami position on the outside. When I'm sat up and I'm controlling, I'm hiding my heel for the inside heel, but he can still go back. Like I said, he can try for the straight foot lock, and I'm usually pretty safe, but I don't want to rely on the exact position I have right now. If he moves his hips away a little bit, he's going to finish. But if I turn to the side in this position, it's a lot more difficult for him to reach back, control my top foot, and threaten me. Instead, I'm going to threaten by controlling tight to my body. I'm going to pop his heel into my elbow, control my grip. Just a little bit of rotation is all it takes. Everybody good? Any questions? Good. When we're here, I'm on my side, and I'm doing a good job of hiding my feet so she can't come back in and get them. She can't come back and counterattack this way. All right. What I have to worry about is, like I said, her rolling or her standing. So if I get the sense that she's starting to pursue either of those two options, I need to really pinch my legs, pinch my knees tight, and keep everything nice and heavy so that she can't go. Remember, when I'm finishing my outside heel hook, I want her leg to be in a straight line. If her leg is bent, like if I make myself light and we get here, and I'm trying to finish, her leg not being in a straight line, her heel not being in line with her knee, which is not in line with her hip, I can make it uncomfortable for her and I might get the tap, but it's not really enough force to do damage and I'm probably not going to finish from here. So when we finish this and we're on our side, remember, I want her heel in line with her hip. All one straight line. So now, as I'm rotating, I'm doing more damage. Don't forget to keep your knees pinched. Don't forget to bring your hips in. Don't forget to rotate the toes. Make sense? Let's give it a shot.